Kiwi here. I know, I'm very late, but I wanted to say thank you for 2,000 subscribers. I honestly didn't think so many people would watch me play Weeby songs, but I am really grateful for every single one of you still watching my stuff. Reading your comments always brightens up my day, and your support is honestly what's kept this channel going for so long. I asked you for questions. Now I'm going to answer them. How long have you been playing flute, and when did you start? I started playing 10 years ago. What kind of flute and price range? Yamaha 311. It has covered keys and a C-foot joint and was around £800 when I got it 6 years ago. Kiwi, why don't you buy a new flute? I think it's time. A new flute can bring you to the next level. Send me the money and it's a deal. Do you have any particular favourite scales or harmonics? Also, what's the highest octave you can go? If I had to pick a scale, G flat major. I don't know why. As for the highest, I can only remember the fingering up to C7, but if you mean physically be able to get the sound out, I could probably go a little higher. Do you practice 40 hours a day? Only 零零 practice 40 hours a day. How often and for how long do you practice? My practice schedule is pretty much non-existent, so in a given week I may not play at all or play for many hours. How do you handle mistakes during a performance? If you make mistakes, just ignore them and carry on. People will only know if you stop playing or pull a weird face. Unless you're like me and pull weird faces uncontrollably anyway when you play. What are your fondest musical memories? Probably my first solo in band not being a complete disaster. What advice would you give to beginners? Don't follow my practice habits. If you want to get better, consistency is key. Wanna collab? Yeah! Does your flute have a name? Yeah! Do you play any other instruments? Yeah! I play piano too. Can you vibrato? What made you make flute covers? I saw a video on this app called Anime Amino of someone playing a song from Full Metal Alchemist on flute, and I thought, hey, that looks fun, I could do that too. So here I am today. Arisa, you probably don't watch my covers, but I would like to say thank you anyway, because your video was what inspired me to get started in the first place. Why did you choose the adorable name of Kiwi Flute? I chose the first thing that came to mind that sounded cute, and plunked flute at the end. How did you create your little kiwi mascot? I thought of a kiwi fruit, and then gave it arms, legs, and a head. Where do you get the sheet music papers? I like to buy ATTSM A4 sheets in bulk from Ryman, so you want to know about the sheet music and not the paper. Well, I either transcribe it myself or I adapt other people's transcriptions so it's playable for flute. What DAW and mic do you use, if any? I use Audacity for everything. Just kidding. I started on GarageBand, but I switched over to using Reaper recently since it has much more capability. As for the mic, I use a Zoom H1. Also, please validate my existence and tell me I'm a goodish musician. Your existence is valid and you are a goodish musician. How did you make your end screen like the one you have now? I made it using a video editing software called Hitfilm. What are your top 3 favourite anime in no particular order? Magica Magica, Fate Zero, and Steins Gate. What was the first anime you ever watched? Mew Mew Power was my first. You might know it as Tokyo Mew Mew. I saw a dubbed version on TV and it was my favourite show, but I had no idea it was anime for years. What is your favourite genre of anime? Psychological or magical girl? Even better if they overlap. What's your favourite Vocaloid song and why? It depends on my mood and it probably changes a lot. At the moment, it's Online Game Addict Spreaker, and it pretty much summarises my attitude towards life right now. What's your favourite song out of those you have covered? If I included it in this video, it's probably one of my favourites. Who's your favourite clarinetist to collab with? What's a clarinetist? Just kidding. Favourite anime composer? I would have to say Yuki Kajiura. Non-anime composer / artist. Well, Untitled stuff doesn't exactly count as anime, so I'm gonna go with Giga P. What animes have you not watched yet but are waiting to be watched? Link to my anime list on my channel. What is the highest level flute song you can play that is anime? I personally found the opening to another pretty difficult. Can you do Blue a Bird on the flute? Naruto. I'm unlikely to cover songs for an anime I don't watch unless I really like the song. What new anime season are you waiting for? Made in Abyss Season 2, My Hero Academia Season 3, Code Geass Season 3. What anime have you watched but never really caught your interest? I drop it if it doesn't interest me. Who is your favourite Vocaloid? Either Miku or Lottie. Do you collect any anime figurines? I want to. Are you planning on watching Naruto? I'm afraid not. Who would your anime boyfriend be? I have a whole list too. I won't go into it because it'll take too long. What do you do in your life? I ask myself the same question every day. What does your daily schedule look like? I'm a student, so I should be studying right now for exams, but my schedule probably looks more like... yeah. Do you play any sports? Do rhythm games count? What is the country you live? Maybe you've already guessed it from my accent, but the country I live is England. How does it feel to be a trumpet soul stuck in the body of a flute? I didn't know that trumpets had no soul. Do you think the Earth is flat? I reckon it's shaped like a potato. Based on the position of the sun relative to the circumference of the moon, can you determine the meaning of life? Yes. What is 2 add 2? Oh, you should have asked me what 1 add 1 is, because that way I could have answered with flute noises. Because 1 add 1 is 2, and flutes also go 2. Do you have green hair? No, my hair's actually brown. It's my flesh that's green. I also have black seeds. And on that note, we've reached the end. Apologies if I didn't include your question. Either I wasn't comfortable with answering, or somebody had already asked something similar. Thanks for watching! Face reveal at 1 billion subs.